waiting. You think you got what it takes to get to the next step? Don't think I'm forcing you or anything. Force? Good answer. I'm proud to have a pupil like you. Anyway, listen close to what I have to say. Many caverns to the north are home to things that you can find even when you're invincible. Bring me 3 samples of Bridgesite from deep within. This time, it's a test of wit.
No, I don't like it.
Barrier breakers need brains after all. Well, get going.
Nope.
That's how I imagine that. What was that weird
Did you at least doff your fedora, sir?
Oh, Runner, hi. How are you? People should go follow Runner because he's amazing and he plays Elder Scrolls and Alan Wake and other cool games and we love that for him. Hi. Hold on, I need to capture a window capture. How are you doing, Runner? What are you up to today?
Mashima, I already don't like you.
Good afternoon, Higari Apache. How are you doing? We've got ads coming in 2 minutes.
Like my rainbow is fine. Like combo stuff.
That breaks everything. Shit. Okay, we'll leave it like this. How are you doing, Hikari Apache?
Ow! You literally just stood there and I bounced off?
Can you hear people talking in the background? Let me...
I would say this, yes, I did a lot of work. More than a few
Yes.
times to play this game.
Hold on, give me a second then. Okay, that should do it. Ads in 56 seconds. We've got Lord of the Rings role-playing game. Look at all my bookmark tabs so far. This is now an ASMR channel. My hair is all wacky. Oh my god, I made it worse. Ah! I woke up late again, so I didn't really want to work out. Are the ads playing? Why isn't it on shuffle? Bizarre. Okay, I think the ads are going right now. It says ad break in progress. One. Oh my god, runner! Oh my god. Are you in ads or are you out of the ads or what's happening? Hello! I was. You were in the ads. You freed yourself through the power of the subscription. How are you? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? This is now an ASMR channel. Oh my god, I'm a founder? You are a founder. Welcome. Why cry? Why are you crying? Hold on, let me like... Welcome to Red Cloud Welcome to Red Cloud ASMR. I feel so lucky. Thank you so much, Runner. I so appreciate it. I'm trying to find some cool emotes. I love some nice whispering. I see your message about being queer. Have people giving you a hard time. Okay, let me tell you. It's a part of the reason why I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks. It's just like not that exactly, but like it's just part of a bunch of other stuff happening. But like, I was playing Final Fantasy 11, and this one guy had come in once or twice. For whatever reason, and he did make some weird comments. Like I was working on my webtoon before earlier, and he had like made a comment about my female character where he's like, "Oh, what's her OnlyFans?" And I like let it slide. I like rolled my eyes and let it slide, and I was like, "She doesn't have one." But then like I was playing Final Fantasy 11 later that day, and he had come in and he was just talking about Final Fantasy 11 and blah, 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 or he was asking about Final Fantasy 11 because he was an EverQuest player. I forgot where I met him from, but I had someone else I met in a queer stream. They had come in to say hi to me, and I asked how their name was pronounced, and it was Irish, so, as an English speaker, their name doesn't necessarily, like, the first idea that comes into our head of how to pronounce their name doesn't exactly, like, yeah. So they explained how their name was pronounced, and this person started mansplaining their own name to them, and I, like, warned him 2 times. I was like, drop it. I was like, please move on, and he wouldn't. And then I did the little, you can do like a warning in Twitch, you know how you could like warn someone's message, like send a warning or whatever. So I did that, and he wouldn't lay off. He's like, in no language does language work like that. And I finally, he just like, I was like, finally he was just like, he left on his own. He was like, well, I'm dropping stream them. Good luck. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And he like left. But then I banned him right after it, but if he wasn't gonna leave, I was about to ban him. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck, like, And I've had a few people come in, and I'm like, am I not gay enough? Like, is it not obvious? I've got tags, like I don't know. So I just like put that message up there in like a fit. I was just like, make sure that they know when they come in. I don't know. And the person who came in, I'm sorry, they felt like I wasn't doing enough, but also I was like, I wasn't sure what to do because I was like, I've never had that happen before. So yeah, I don't know. That's not a great rule book for us. That's not a great rule book for us to read on how to deal with stuff. Yeah. Anyway, how are you doing today, Runner? I'm sure you did the best you could with the info presented to you. Yeah, because like I was in the middle of like fighting stuff in the game, and it's like an online game, right? So I couldn't pause it. So I was like fighting something while like looking to the side to the chat to see like what was unfolding. And I was like, so I was like, please calm down, or please let it go, and like. I'm doing okay. Just took a break from work to make some tea and getting settled to pick up more tasks. Nice, nice. What kind of tea are you drinking? I love tea. Today we're working on Lord of the Rings role-playing. I'm trying to make myself a cheat sheet so I don't have to constantly refer back to the book and hunt down the things I need. Are these your notes? Yes, they are. Yes, so look at all my like little bookmarks to keep track of where things are in the book. And then these are my notes. It's already 27,000 words, or characters, rather, characters. Like it describes the fellowship, new skills, adventure, like how to choose. You've got the heroic cultures. You've got the classes or callings. Oh god, I altered the size of the window and it screwed up my indentations. Fuck. Yeah, it screwed up my indentations. I'm gonna have to fix this. It's okay, I intend to take it into Google Drive and reformat a bit. Majesty. Bum, ba-da-bum. Reformat it a bit. And then print it out. Oh, here we go. I think I fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. Okay. You are dedicated. Thank you, Runner. I know I'm nervous because I've only DM'd once before, and the time I DM'd was a one-shot that I completely winged on the spot. And that was like 10 or more years ago. Yeah. And so like I'm excited to play this game, but I'm like nervous because I've never DM'd something. And I don't want it to come across as like half-assed, or I'm just like making shit up. Okay, journey length. Where were we? Bum 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 ba-dun, dun, 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 dun. No one will know, lol. I'll know. I'll know. Also, I've been like slowly rereading J.R.R. Tolkien's The Silmarillion. If you like Tolkien. You like Elder Scrolls, right? So I feel like you would like Tolkien. Bum. 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 The music of the Ainur. There was Eru, the one, who in Arda is called Iluvatar, and he made first the Ainur, the holy ones, that were the offspring of his thought, and they were with him before aught else was made. And he spoke to them, propounding to them themes of music, and they sang before him, and he was glad. But for a long while they sang only each alone, or but few together, while the rest hearkened, for each comprehended only that part of the mind of Iluvatar from which he came, and in the understanding of their brethren they grew but slowly. Yet ever, as they listened, they came to deeper understanding, and increased in unison and harmony. Anyway, how's work going, Runner? Just Earl Grey, you said... I missed that part. You're getting just Earl Grey. Love it. The following rules replace those for travel pace of 5th edition. During a journey, traversing each hex on the region map takes 1 day or 2 days if the company moves at a walking speed of 15 feet or lower. Ryu, hi Ryu, how are you doing? Welcome in, Ryu. People should follow Ryu if they're interested in the game City of Heroes. He plays that game. Curse thing for me to do later. Oh no. What is it? It's a survey thing or test, unsure. A survey of what? My hair is awful right now. I'm sorry for... Oh my god, it's crazy. Ah! My hair. Okay, whatever. I haven't showered today. Sorry. I haven't worked out or showered. How do I discern greens from blues? Oh god. That does sound cursed. Like the color, I'm assuming, and not like items. Items in an RPG. If the company remains true. They show a bunch of mid-range colors and ask you if it's green or blue to you and see how you compare to the population or sample size. Oh, interesting. Actually, I find that very interesting. I would love to take part in that. If the company moves at a speed of 50 feet or higher... Count 1 day for each of 2 hexes. Or 1 day of each of 3 hexes. For each 3. God damn it. Moves at a speed of 80 feet or higher. Got a lurk while I work, but glad to be here. Glad to have you in here, Runner. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the lurk. Let me know how work goes. Hexes suggesting difficult terrain. Hills, marshes, woods. Do not allow proceeding. Do not allow proceeding on horseback. Is the music too loud? I'm gonna put it down a little. There, how's that? Let me know if the music's too loud or not. Hexes suggesting difficult. Do not allow proceeding on horseback. And must be traversed at half speed. What else are you up to, Ryu? How's your week going? Forced march! The company can press themselves and march for more hours each day than they would otherwise dare. Double their speed. The purpose of calculating travel pace, but each player hero must make a DC 15 fatigue saving throw at the end of each day. Of forced march, suffering the normal consequences on a failure. Perilous areas. they must face a number of events equal to its peril rating. Once all events have been resolved, the company continues the journey normally, resuming their pathfinding checks from the first hex along the journey path outside the boundaries of the perilous area. Supplements for the game may provide special journey events tables. Special journey events based on specific perilous areas. Okay. Turn the page. Noticing threats. Oh, it's Wednesday, huh? I gotta do my hair. I gotta do my hair routine today at some point. What's TTRPG? Alexander Luna, hi! TTRPG stands for Tabletop RPG. How are you doing? Long time no see. I'm sorry, that was like 9 minutes ago. How are you doing, Alexander Luna? Noticing threats. Use the passive wisdom perception scores of the player heroes to determine if they notice hidden threats during a journey as normal. Player heroes who take on multiple roles or undertake a forced march take a -5 penalty to their passive wisdom perception scores. But when do you do that? When do you roll for those? During a journey. Take on multiple roles. Or force march. take a -5 penalty to their passive wisdom perception scores. Stealth. During a journey, stealthily if they travel at no more than half their base walking speed, period. While doing so, as long as they are not in the open, they can try to surprise or sneak past other creatures they encounter. How are y'all doing? What's up? Experience awards for journeys. Characters in the Lord of the Rings role-playing games also gain experience points for completing journeys. As with councils, XP awards should be gained exclusively if the company took significant risks along the path. The total XP award of a journey is calculated by adding up the suggested value of each hex crossed by the and then dividing the total among all player heroes. For example, the journey from Bree to Sarn Ford along the Greenway involves traveling 4 hexes of road between the South Downs and the Barrow Downs, a Darkland, worth 100 XP, and another 3 hex... Final Fantasy? Is the music too loud? Worth 100 XP and another 3 hexes of road in a wildland worth 30 XP. The journey is therefore worth a total of 130 XP. Interesting. They have like a chart. They have like a table. Journey XP awards. Okay, event resolution. Based on the length of the journey. Once the lore master has identified the location where an event is going to take place, apply the following sequence. Select targets. I like that it's targets. You're targeting the player heroes for destruction. Determine event. And resolve the event. Control S. Event targets. D3. The lore master selects who will face the journey event by rolling a d3 and using the event's target table below. A d3 and use... Let's see, what does this say? The table identifies the possible targets among those player heroes covering the roles of scouts, lookouts, and hunters. The table also shows the ability checks that will be required for the journey event. I'm gonna put a bookmark here for event resolution. Where's my pen? Here we go. The blue ones, for some reason, don't take my pen at all, so I'm gonna switch to using like a permanent marker. Okay. Okay, event resolution. Determine event. Okay. Determine event. To determine the nature of the event, a lore master must check the map to see in which region type the event is taking place, and then takes a d20 roll. Okay. If it is within a borderland, the roll is made with advantage. If it is within a dark land, the roll is made with disadvantage. The roll result is then checked on the journey events table. On the journey events table, see book for detailed info. See book for table. All entries detail the type of occurrence that the lore master uses to describe what happens to the traveling company, specifying precisely what happens in game terms. Each journey event features a unique effect that must be resolved with an ability check made by a player hero among those covering the role that was singled out as a target. Most events may additionally cause an increase in the DC of the fatigue saving throw made by each. Yes, okay. Well, that's all listed in the table, so I'm not gonna write those out. Okay, resolve the event. To resolve the event, one player hero among those selected must now make the ability check specified in step 1. Actually, I'm going to take a small break. I have to use the restroom. I will be right back. I return. How's everything going? How's everyone doing? Okay, to resolve the event. One player hero among those selected as the targets must now make the ability check specified in step 1. A player hero covering the same role can choose to help the companion unless they're covering other roles, granting advantage to the check. The DC of the ability check is determined by the terrain type where the event is taking place. Player heroes who take on multiple roles take a -5 penalty. The check has disadvantage if it is in autumn or winter. Damn it. Hard terrain. DC 20. The event takes place on a hex suggesting a hard terrain. Roads. DC 10. Open terrain. DC 15. Consequences. Each entry in the journey events table specifies what happens in game. Okay, I don't need to type that out then. In game terms, based on whether the ability check fails or succeeds. A consequence indicating the target concerns the player who made the roll, and also includes anyone who helped. to write that down. Okay, so... specifies what happens in game terms. Indicating the target. Concerns the player hero who made the roll. And also includes anyone who helped. Okay. Describing journey events. I don't know if I need to write this down, so let's read through it, shall we? I'll put the volume down a little. Describing journey events. When resolving events, the lore master should be ready to improvise a short scene describing what is happening to the company based on the information that the event resolution system has provided, who in the company is facing the challenge, which ability check is required, etc., and the current gameplay circumstances. The aim is not only to provide the players with the narration giving context to the journey rules, but also to weave what happens to the company on the road into the wider landscape of the ongoing gameplay. The following paragraphs provide a number of suggestions on how to improvise scenes based on all event types. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, new section. Fellowship phases. New section. Chapter 6, Fellowship Phases. I need to do a bookmark. More bookmarks. Okay. How a fellowship phase works. Heroes aren't always busy navigating deep caverns, fighting back the shadow, or fleeing from dangers beyond their ability to face. Even the most eager of adventurers need some time to rest, to gather their wits and allow time for the hearts to mend. Whether the player hero spend it in pursuit of a personal goal or simply resting comfortably to recover their energies before setting out on the road once again, the time between adventures is called the Fellowship Phase. How a Fellowship Phase works. A Fellowship Phase is a gameplay instance driven by the player's choices. While during the adventuring phase, players react to the lore master's storytelling prompts. During a fellowship phase, they get to elaborate upon their player hero stories and ambitions, and to mark their adventure's progression. The lore master is invited to sit back and follow what the players have to say about their characters. Unterwegs. Okay. Is a gameplay instance driven by the player's choices. The lore master is invited to sit back and follow what the players have to say about their characters. Players are encouraged to narrate in detail what they do during a fellowship phase. In detail. What they do during a fellowship phase. Not necessarily limiting themselves to their activities with a direct gaming effect. For example, the adventurers might inquire about leads, problems, and opportunities that have arisen during the preceding adventuring phase. When they do so, the players must always keep in mind the length of a fellowship phase and its geographical limitations. Moreover, they must not introduce new background information, such as exploring a location their players never visited before, making the acquaintance of personalities they haven't encountered yet, and so on. In short, they should not do what is better suited to an adventuring phase. A fellowship phase marks the conclusion of each adventuring phase, and as such, ideally takes place at the end of a gaming session. Otherwise, it can open a new session and proceed the next adventuring phase. 5 minutes, 50 seconds till the next ad break. How did I misspell opportunities? It's opportunity. I guess I should put the bit about what they can't do. Such as exploring a location their player hero has never been to before. Making an acquaintance They have never met. It says never before visited. Oh, no, it says they haven't encountered yet. And so on. Um... Fellowship phase structure. All fellowship phases are structured as follows. Set duration. Choose destination. Ad break is over. Thank you for dealing with the Hell Realms. Each foray into the darkness gets me a little bit more support. Thank you. Part 3, Spiritual Recovery. Spiritual Recovery. Part 4. Choose Undertakings. Set duration. Let's see. A fellowship phase usually covers a longer period of time than the average adventuring phase. Events are described in broader strokes. Days and weeks pass while the player heroes relax or busy themselves with their own personal work or studies. To give the player heroes a real break from active adventuring, a fellowship phase should last a minimum of 1 week up to an entire season. Normally, the longest fellowship phase is taken during the midwinter festivities. See Yule. Okay. Corridors of Time. A real break from active adventuring. A fellowship phase should last a minimum of 1 week up to 1 entire season. Normally, the longest fellowship phase is taken during the midwinter Yule. Choose destination. Once the length of the fellowship phase has been determined, the player must decide where they will spend it. Generally, the player's heroes stop at a safe haven to spend the phase as a group, unless the year's end festivals are near. To keep the gameplay authentic, the player should choose a place within a reasonable distance from the area where the company was adventuring during the recent sessions of play, also taking into consideration how long the fellowship phase will last. Generally, player heroes stop at a safe place, a safe haven, to spend the phase as a group, unless the year's end festivities are near. Players should choose a place within a reasonable distance from the area where the company was adventuring during the recent sessions of play, taking into consideration how long the fellowship phase will last. Free to select any location they have visited so far. Journey required to reach. Takes place behind the scenes, unless the company wishes to lay out the details. Places like the town of Bree or Rivendell are the ultimate safe haven. Places like the town of Bree or Rivendell are the ultimate safe havens, as they are particularly suited to resting and the mending of wounds and are inhabited by a host willing to welcome travelers. Spiritual recovery. Eriador. Okay, spiritual recovery. The time spent in front of a cozy hearth while enjoying an everyday life confirms to the player heroes that their efforts are not wasted and restores their faith in a brighter future. If the adventuring phase resulted in what can be considered a positive outcome in the fight against the encroaching shadow, members of the company get to remove the shadow points. Control S. If that's the case, Lore Master must weigh the actions of the company against the broader context. The twilight of the Third Age. And allow them to remove 1 to 3 shadow points based on how noteworthy their accomplishments are deemed to be. If the company's actions can be considered to have at least marginally interfered with the shadow, each player hero removes 1 shadow point. Their deeds actively hindered or damaged the enemy. Each removes up to 2 shadow points. If the player heroes have committed feats that would gain the attention of the Dark Lord, himself. Or at least one of his major servants, then the player heroes can remove up to 3 shadow points. Okay. Choose undertakings. Undertakings are time-consuming endeavors. Time-consuming endeavors that player heroes can accomplish exclusively during a lengthy stop like a fellowship phase. Karana. EverQuest 1 music. Karana. Player here select a number of activities. Based on whether the fellowship phase is an ordinary one, or if it's Yule. Yule. Approximately once every 3 fellowship phases, winter comes, and with it the end of the current year. Normally, the company spends the entire cold season in a single prolonged fellowship phase. Life in the wild is unforgiving, and adventurers prefer to have a roof over their heads when the wind is howling and the land is buried in snow. In most cases, the company disbands temporarily on the occasion of the Yule festivities, as each player hero takes a chance to return home and enjoy some time among family and folk. 3 months are enough for any player hero to return home from any location other than the most remote. Let me see if I have something. passage of the years. The Kingdom of Sandoria. I love this song. All player heroes have aged 1 year. Earn a number of bonus XP equal to 10 times their intelligence score multiplied by their current level. Then the lore master should take the chance offered by a Yule Fellowship phase to update the company on the changes that are taking place in the world and that their player heroes should know about. To this end, the lore master may use the information contained in the setting chapter to determine what news reaches the ears of the player heroes, tailoring the information based on the current circumstances and whereabouts of the company. Keeping the company up to date with important news is a way to insert background elements in the next adventuring phase. Fellowship phase undertakings. Okay. This section lists the various activities available to the company during a fellowship phase. Players select a different number of undertakings based on whether the fellowship phase is ordinary or if it's Yule. Okay. Oh, my sister will like this one. Can you hear it? Put it up a little bit. I'm gonna send that to her. Players select a different number of undertakings based on whether it is an ordinary fellowship phase or if it is Yule. During an ordinary fellowship phase, the company as a group chooses one single undertaking. During a Yule fellowship phase, each player chooses one undertaking instead. Finally, during each fellowship phase, ordinary or Yule, the company is entitled to choose one additional undertaking selected from among those that are listed as free based on the callings or proficiencies of the player heroes. Okay. One additional undertaking. Selecting it from among those that are listed as free based on the callings or proficiencies of the player heroes. Okay. To sum things up, during an ordinary fellowship phase, the company will choose a maximum of 2 undertakings, and a number of undertakings equal to the number... Hold on. During an ordinary fellowship, the company will choose a maximum of 2 undertakings, and a number of... What? During an ordinary fellowship phase, the company will choose a maximum of 2 undertakings, and a number of undertakings equal to the number of player heroes plus 1 during Yule. Oh. Players must always select different undertakings unless they are marked as Yule activities. Such endeavors can be chosen by any number of player heroes. Okay. Players must always select different undertakings unless they are marked as a Yule activity. Such endeavors can be chosen by any number of player heroes. Okay. Gather rumors. Okay, the ad break should be over. Thank you for delving into the Hell Realms. God damn this chair. Each foray into the darkness grants me a little more support. Thank you. Gather rumors. News of strange things happening in the world are multiplying with every passing year. Tidings of a gathering darkness, of distant wars, and the flight of the elves, vague legends and old songs are proving to be more than just children's stories. Player heroes gathering rumors try to separate facts from fireside tales and to gather stories that may prove useful to their adventures. Choose this undertaking to receive a rumor from the Lore Master. Until the next fellowship phase, player heroes in the company have advantage on intelligence checks related to the rumor. Okay. Choose this undertaking to receive a rumor from the Lore Master. Writing day. Hi, Drakehart. How are you doing? It's I'm preparing for I'm preparing to DM a game of Lord of the Rings role playing. I'm trying to do like I'm trying to compile like a cheat sheet for myself so I don't have to constantly open the book. But if I do, I have a bunch of bookmarks. How are you? What are you doing? Rumor from the Lore Master. Until the next fellowship phase, player heroes. Why would it say player heroes in the company? Player heroes have advantage on intelligence checks related to the rumor. I have errands to do, but I'm zoning out in Once Human for a minute. You're zoning out in Once Human for a minute. Oh, okay, I get it. I was like, what did you just say? Your sentence? This fucking chair. It keeps going down. You really are enjoying Once Human. I'm glad you're having a good time of it. You allegedly don't like games, Mr. Drakehart. Over here, no lifing Once Human. A rumor can be a story about an individual, a place, or a coming event, pointed specifically to something that the company can explore, prevent, or aspire to achieve. Otherwise, a rumor can be something specific that the player is inquiring about and directly related to the current adventuring circumstances of the company. A company, including a warden, if in a awarded land, or a player who has proficient investigation, could choose this activity as a free undertaking. Not true. I love games. I just don't have time for them. I thought you said you weren't a gamer. I guess I took that to mean you didn't enjoy games. I devoted way too much time to WoW. You played WoW, Drakehart? What era did you play WoW? I mean, gamer can be pretty loaded. Like, I've never played Call of Duty or any of the Souls games. I have never played... I pride myself in never having played Call of Duty, but I call myself a gamer. I've never played any of the Souls games. No, I played Bloodborne for 10 minutes and hated it. The beginning. I played up until 2018. Was that when Shadowlands dropped? Because that's when I quit. I played it since patch 1.8 off and on until Shadowlands, and then I just quit for good. And then focused on WoW Classic when it came out. I did enjoy WoW Classic until they started messing with it. Like, I just want the Classic experience, you know? I don't want you to tamper with it. I never touched Shadowlands, I think. Yeah, Battle for Azeroth wasn't great. I liked some of the zone storylines, but the overall storyline was awful. And they ruined my favorite characters. All my favorite characters are ruined or dead. So I have like no stake at all in WoW anymore. My Dark Lord is actually inspired by me considering my WoW character dead. He like graduated from Azeroth and went to another world and became the Dark Lord. Real life pulled me away from Classic before TBC. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. In addition to the various endeavors they may achieve during each fellowship phase, the players are free to buy and sell adventuring gear and any weapons and armor that are available in the location chosen as the destination. Hold on. I'm gonna... Did you enjoy Classic? Like, because they changed it, right? They like tweaked Classic a little bit. Did you enjoy that? I hate that it counts Endeavor, Rumor, and Armor with an extra U in the traditional British fashion as a misspelling. Like, it's not misspelled, bitch. I didn't think the tweaks were that noticeable, but I loved it. I was in a decent guild too, 3rd tank. We down Neff 2nd week, you mean? Damn. I figured you to be like totally not a gamer at all in any way, and you're over here talking about downing Neff as the 3rd tank. I didn't even go to AQ with them. 2nd week. Drake? I didn't know you were a gamer. That changes everything. Heal scars. I raided a little bit in the Burning Crusade, the original Burning Crusade. I did some Mount Hyjal as a warlock. I did some Serpent Shrine as a mage. I did some Tempest Keep as a warlock. Like there's a fight in there with the Void Arc or whatever where you can like tank his shadow attacks as a warlock or something. I definitely tanked Illidan at one point as a warlock because he does like a bunch of shadow and warlocks are good with shadow resist. And I off-tanked Nax and Wrath for a little bit, and that's the extent of my rating. That's the only rating I've done. TBC was brutal for rating, but I loved it. I love TBC, actually. Heroes feel the burden of the shadow weigh heavily upon their shoulders long after their adventures are over. Their minds remain bent on dark thoughts, and visions haunt them in their dreams, if not even during their waking hours. Only the passage of time can heal such wounds. Choose this undertaking to focus on mending your spiritual injuries. And remove 1 shadow point. Oh, shadow scar. And remove 1 shadow scar. If you do so, you do not gain any bonus XP this year. Bonux. Have you played any other MMOs, Dracehart? Player heroes from different cultures resort to different methods to get rid of these scars. Dwarves often turn to the forge to burn out their frustration, smiting their red iron on the anvil. Hobbits dedicate themselves to a beloved activity like gardening or painting, and elves and men generally create, play, or recite poems and songs. Meet Patron. Not beyond popping them open for a hot minute and then forgetting them. I feel that. I feel that on a spiritual level. Meet Pardon. Dolly Parton? That would be an excellent patron. Where's my phone? Meet patron. The Lore Master. What have you been up to recently? Anything terribly interesting?
After a few years of adventuring, the company will probably count several of the wise and great among their allies. Some of these can be chosen as patrons of the company.
Choose this undertaking. To meet one of the company's friends and allies when spending the fellowship phase. In a location where that individual can be found. And if the patron is available for a meeting. In addition, player heroes with a calling favored by the patron start the next adventuring phase with inspiration. Control S. Not beyond. The bad news is that I'm furloughed on my teaching job. Oh no, furloughed, what does that mean again? Indefinitely, so I'm job hunting? Oh shit. Even though I have 2 other jobs. I'm sorry, Drake. I definitely need to get out of my current situation. And for that I need to find a job, but I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start with all that. Did I tell you I got my portfolio reviewed by a tag member at the Animation Guild? Did I tell you about that? You think so? They just replied to my email, so maybe they sent me a bunch of like helpful things. I have to go check. But oh yeah, because we were talking about Toon Boom. They said you should target which company again? One's focused on like action, like Powerhouse. But yeah, maybe I should start working on learning Toon Boom soon. We'll see. I'm like staring into the abyss right now. I'm like zoning out. When this is the case, the Lore Master can work with the player heroes to set up the encounter. The reasons to see a patron vary based on the current circumstances of a campaign, but generally revolve around the player hero asking for some sort of assistance, possibly accepting a task requested by the patron in return. The descriptions, same. The description of the various personalities given on page 210 give directions on how to handle their introduction as patrons in the game. A company including a messenger or a player hero proficient with calligrapher supplies can choose this activity as a free undertaking. Have you ever played a TTRPG, Drake? This stupid chair is gonna drive me fucking insane. Worst $200 I ever spent. Where did I misspell this? I don't see a difference in how they spelled it between how I spelled it. I'm confused. Oh, calligraphers is. Whoops. Not really. I never really had the time for it. You must be super busy. All the time, forever. Ponder storied and figured maps. Ponder the orb. Pretty much busy all the time. I'm so sorry. Sounds tiring. Middle-earth has changed since the time when the lore master spent long hours drawing maps of every known corner of the world. Today's maps show mostly white spaces beyond the borders of the realms of men, dwarves, and elves. Yet, looking at them is time well spent for a traveling hero. A player hero choosing this undertaking studies every map and scroll of lore they can find. Which is why I just sneak away and play a game once human when I can, in procrastination. Shining Forest, I love this music. Definitely get that. You need your rest or you'll burn out. Ads in 12 minutes. This Shining Force, like, splash image for this, like, track looks maybe like it was done with AI or something. But it could be just odd art.
Dun, dun, dun. Until the next fellowship phase, player, heroes, and the company have advantage on pathfinding checks. Ooh. Company including a scholar. Or a player hero proficient cartographer's tools can choose this activity as a free undertaking. Raise an heir. Raise an heir. When adventurers, sooner or later, realize that all they have done in their lives can amount to nothing if they meet an untimely end. To avoid squandering their legacy, they should spend some money and time choosing and raising a worthy successor. Choose this undertaking to spend at least 50 silver for your heir's training. The amount is noted or updated if you've chosen this undertaking before. On the character sheets. What errands do you have to do when your player hero perishes or retires? Multiply. Okay. That's this page. If this is the first time that this undertaking has been chosen, the player must also choose a name for the designated heir, writing it down on the character sheet. Recount a story. How all y'all doing? Doing okay? Having an okay time? Adventures have a meaning for those who live with them. Adventures have a meaning for those who live with them, but they can become cautionary tales for others. Player heroes give a personal account of an event they took part in, describing the episode to members of their own folk in a public place or event, or recording it in a book. Players are encouraged to improvise a short narration. Choose this undertaking to replace one of your distinctive features with a new one, choosing a quality that you displayed in the narrated episode. Players can choose a trait from the distinctive features of their cultures or another one's backgrounds, or even propose a new one of their own creation. You can choose this undertaking to replace one of your tool proficiencies with another tool proficiency. The proficiency you replace must be one that isn't benefiting from a feature, such as expertise, that doubles your proficiency bonus. If you have the expertise feature, you can choose this undertaking to replace one of the proficiencies you chose for the expertise feature with one of your other proficiencies that isn't benefiting from expertise. If you have the fighting style feature, you can choose this undertaking to replace a fighting style you know with another fighting style available to your calling. Huh. Recount a story. Yo. Hold on, I'm gonna copy paste this because I don't want to type all this shit.
Okay, give me a second to clean this formatting up. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Strengthening fellowship. Strengthened fellowship. The bond shared by the members of the company is put to the test by the odds they face in the course of their adventures, and can be reinforced when the player heroes are enjoying a moment of respite. Choose this undertaking to raise the fellowship rating by +1 into the next fellowship phase. A company including a captain. Including a captain or a player hero. Proficient with brewer's supplies.
or a gaming set can choose this activity as a free undertaking. Okay, what's next? Study magical items. The One Ring. It is an heirloom of my kingdom, and shall be ever bound, forever risk no harm to the ring. Something like that. When a hero comes into possession of a strange ring, hint hint, an ancient jewel, or a rune-scored staff, they might not know much about the properties of such an item, especially if they are not immediately observable. Choose this undertaking to learn all there is to be discovered about the qualities of all magical items in the company's possession. Choose this undertaking to learn all there is to be discovered about the qualities of all magical items in the company's possession. A company including a treasure hunter. Including a treasure hunter or a player hero proficient in old lore can choose this activity as a free undertaking. Control S. Next one. Write a song. I want to write a song. This damn chair, man. Fuck. Write a song. What is after this? The Lore Master chapter, which doesn't have any, like, hard rules to it. Write a song. All cultures of Middle-earth play and sing songs to remember things that are fair and to celebrate life. Choose this undertaking to compose a song, choosing whether it will be a lay, a song of victory, or a walking song. No ability check required. Hungry. I'm getting hungry. What time is it? 3:16. Choose this undertaking to compose a song, choosing whether it will be a lay, a song of victory, or a walking song. No ability check required. Okay, let me read further, because there's like another section that I want to cram into here about the songs. Because there's like a singing song section, but the writing song section is like over here. Ah, there's the map. Okay,
The new composition is added to a company's list of songs. This list is used to keep track of which songs are available to the company to sing during an adventuring phase. The player is encouraged to come up with a song title or its lyrics, for example, taking inspiration from events that happen to the company or focusing on one or more player heroes. A company, including a player who proficient in performance, can choose it as a free undertaking. Okay. The new composition list of songs adventuring phase. The player is encouraged to come up with a title and lyrics. Taking inspiration from events that happened to the company or focusing on one of the player heroes. A company that includes a player hero proficient in performance or with a musical instrument can choose this activity as a free undertaking. Fuck. Control S. Okay. Lay. A player hero creates a short narrative poem, particularly appropriate to narrate heroic deeds and meant to be recited or sung at gatherings. Let me read this first. Singing songs, it says. During the adventuring phase, the player heroes may sing a song and rouse themselves to pursue their goals with renewed strength of purpose. To do so, a player hero must first choose a song to sing from among those on the company's song list. Then, as a bonus action, the player hero makes a DC 15 Charisma performance check. If the check succeeds, the effect depends on the song chosen. Lay. All player heroes who can hear the song during a council gain advantage on the first ability check they make before the end of the council. All players, Song of Victory. All players who can hear the song during combat gain an advantage on the first attack roll they make before the end of their next turn. Walking Song. All player heroes who can hear the song during a journey gain an advantage on their next fatigue saving throw. Each song may be used once for each adventuring phase. Mark a song off the list once it has been spent. A song must be marked off whether it has been used successfully or not. Okay, I'll make like a second section. Warriors sing stirring songs in combat to lift their spirit and renew their lust for battle. Walking Song. Travelers trudging along the final hours of a long day. Traveling seems redundant, but may find it helpful to hum a merry song, especially when they are drawing near to their destination. Destination. Doing okay there, Drake? I'm gonna copy paste this one because can I do multiple at a time? No, that just deletes them. Control S. Okay. So the next section is for the Lore Master. And it's mostly like... not necessarily rules, but like guidelines. Or like... on how to be like a narrator or like a referee, right? Lore Master as director, Lore Master as referee, Lore Master as narrator. Canon and the Lore Master. An unreliable narrator, filling in the blanks. It's all about, yeah, this is just like tips and tricks on how to be like a good DM. Here we go. Treasure. Okay, I need to list this one. I need to make a bookmark. Treasure. Ah. Another bookmark. Okay. Traveling across the land, blah, 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 blah. Hordes. Any treasure encountered by the company when exploring caverns. Exploring caverns, layers. Old ruins qualifies as a horde. They are ranked in 3 levels of increasing rarity. Lesser, greater, and marvelous. Is this EverQuest? Yes, it is. Marvelous. Based on how rich, old, or unspoiled they are. Thank you for the hydrate, Higiri Apache. I need to go get water. So I'll be right back to get water then. 1 second. back with water. Thanks for the hydrate. What was I doing?
On average, the company should find a maximum of 2 hordes during the same adventuring phase. A lesser horde and a greater one. Or a single marvelous horde. When the player heroes stumble upon a horde, the first thing that the lore master must do is take a roll to determine its worth in gold pieces. Okay, as shown in the horde table below, the value of a horde in gold pieces is determined by rolling a number of dice based on the type of horde. Horde rating, lesser. Treasure value, 9 gold, 2d8 gold. Magical treasure rolls, roll 1d20. Period, thank you. It's up to the members, it's up to the player heroes to divide the resulting value among themselves, splitting the treasure, rating as they see fit, and recording their share on their character sheets. Generally, a horde's value in gold pieces represents an unspecified amount of silver, gold, and gems. If the lore master wishes to be more specific, the rules of the precious objects presented below can be used to craft one or more unusual finds. Gold, silver, and gems. Just to be more specific, the rules for precious objects can be used to craft one or more unusual finds. Magical treasure rolls. Once everyone in the company has received their share of the treasure, it must be determined if anything possessing exceptional qualities lies buried among the silver and gold. Does this have a word count? No. I'll have to take that into Google Drive. To do this, the players or the role master roll a d20. Roll a d20 a number of times. Or many d20s together, if possible. Again, based on the type of horde. Each results of 15 or higher. Corresponds to the discovery of a magical item, magical piece of treasure. To find out exactly what each piece is, consult the magical treasure table. In addition, when player heroes find a hoard, they may gain a number of shadow points from greed. Greed. In addition, find a hoard, they may gain a number of shadow points from greed. The result of a history of ill-gotten earnings or years of possessions by a wicked creature. To see the amount of shadow points gained, check the appropriate column. Magical treasure in the book, page 126. The DC to resist is 10 for a lesser horde. $15. $20 for a marvelous horde. Once the number and nature of any magical treasure discovered has been determined, the player heroes must agree on who's going to keep each piece as their possession. Okay, here's the table. Lesser Horde. A solitary trolls loot goblin plunder bandits horde. Greater old horde dwarf horde. Magical treasure. Marvelous artifact. An enchanted object graced by a blessing. 2 blessings. A weapon or suit of armor of superior make. 1d8 -4. Shadow points gained 1d8 -4. Interesting. Creating precious objects. Okay, I think I'm gonna pause there. So we added a few more bookmarks. I'll okay. Control S this. I think I'm gonna call it for today. I just wanted to do some kind of stream, but I didn't have any art lined up, so I wanted to do that since I'm gonna be DMing tomorrow. But thanks everyone for joining. Higari Apache, Drakeheart, Runner, who else is in here? Ryu, I think.
Let's see who we can raid out to. There's Primus, Gazbang, Bowser. You got Apache. Thank you. Anyone online that we can... DM, Zapster, Zav, Bowser, Brit, Rick, Primus. Any suggestions? Or I could just end. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the stream. So thank you, everybody. I'll see you all another time. Probably tomorrow. I'll gotta figure out what I'm gonna do tomorrow. But anyway, have a good one, everyone. Thank you.